saw him, you sort of detail how all of his contract situation, the slump, maybe it feels a little bit different. Why is that?
Yeah, well, as you said, he is in a contract negotiation season. He wanted a max. The Warriors didn't give it to him. So now you see him forcing a lot of things, really just trying to prove himself, but it's led to a lot of frustration. I've seen him sit at the end of the bench during timeouts by himself. I've seen him kind of slap himself on the head after he takes an ill-advised shot. The other night, he got into early foul trouble and he just threw his towel on the ground before exiting the court before halftime. And then you also see him being quite defensive with his role with the team. Just yesterday after practice, he got into a little bit of a back and forth with another reporter when he was just asked about the patience Kerr has had with Klay and all of the players, the whole starting lineup. Klay said, well, do you think I should be benched? Right? So there's just a little bit of an added pressure, a prove myself kind of mentality that seems to be happening with Klay right now. As you said, he's gotten off to slow starts in the past, but there's a little bit more pressure this season.
Yeah, it feels like if anyone can sort of shoot himself out of it, it is someone like Klay Thompson. But at the same time, we know that he puts so much pressure on himself. He gets in between his own ears. And so hopefully he can sort of set that aside in order to be that player that Golden State needs him to be, and we certainly know that he wants to be for his team. Kendra Andrews, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us here on NBA Today. Enjoy the game. I will be stealing that jacket. So Klay Thompson, right, it appears that this is, right, weighing on him just a little bit more than just like the in-season tournament or some other things. It feels like this is a little bit more of a boogeyman that he's trying to sort of get away from. But Perk, now that they're back to full strength, what do you sort of make of everything that's happening in Golden State?
You know what? I love these moments. You remember a couple weeks ago when I was on here and I was talking about, the Warriors should consider trading Klay Thompson. And I said mentally he's not there. He's not there. Think about it. Jordan Poole got a contract extension before he got traded. Andrew Wiggins got taken care of. Draymond got taken care of. And Klay wants the max, okay? And no one could fault a player for wanting max dollars. But again, you can see the frustration there, and that plays a huge part. We know that Klay Thompson is not this player that we're seeing on the floor right now for shooting the ball. But again, as a former basketball player, and no, I'm not saying I was Klay Thompson, but I do know this. If your mind is not clear and you have a lot of things going on in your mind, like a contract extension or feeling disrespected, you're not going to be able to perform on a consistent basis at an elite level that you're capable of doing. And that's what we're seeing right now out of Klay Thompson.
If I had just watched this report and I was on the Sacramento Kings, I'd be coming into tonight's game saying to each other, let's finish them. Because if the Kings win tonight's game, and this is their rival, make no mistake, this is their rival, and they've already played a bunch of times this year when you include the preseason game. If the Kings win tonight, they can advance to the next week's quarterfinals. That means something in Sacramento. Number 2, they can beat their rival. And Golden State, if they lose tonight, is out. Number 3, they can deliver a huge message to Draymond Green, who's a nemesis in Sacramento, and light the beam in front of their fans. This is exactly what you want from an in-season tournament situation, a rivalry game with one team with a chance to deliver a gut punch. Okay, it's not a knockout punch, but a gut punch to their rival. That definitely I'm going to be tuning in to watch how this plays out tonight.
Yeah, there are so many subplots. The fact that Draymond Green is returning, playing his first game of this season in Sacramento because he missed that early one earlier this year. There's going to be a whole lot going down in season tournament play.
Well, you know what, Malika, I say this respectfully.
Okay.
I don't even care about which team been the most surprising. Not team. I want to talk about the players. I want to talk about the new school. I want to talk about the young boys that's almost borderline making the old heads extinct. Except for LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph are barely keeping them relevant right now. But when you think about Anthony Edwards, when you think about Tyrese Maxey, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Chet Holmgren, Victor Wembanyama. Do I got to keep going? When you think about what the future of the NBA is going, the future is now. We're not living in the past no more. We're seeing Luka. We're seeing these guys average 30. We're watching the De'Aaron Fox, who I believe is the most exciting player in the league. We're watching the Devin Booker grow right in front of our very own eyes. And so I know we want to continue to praise the old heads. But right now, The time is about these young Bulls. It's about this younger generation,
right.
and they have officially taken over this league.
Respectfully, I hear what you're saying, Perk, but when it comes to the youth movement, right, like actually transitioning to winning, it gets a little bit trickier because, look, since 1980, there have been 3 players that are 25 or younger that have led a title team in scoring, right? You got Dwayne Wade in 2006, you got Timmy Duncan in 99, and then you go back to Larry Bird in 81. So I guess what I'm saying, Brian, is do you think anyone right now is ready to win a championship when we talk about the future is here, these young players 25 and under?
Not yet, although Jason Tatum, I think, is 25, and he's ready, but he feels like he's older than 25.
Right.
I don't know if he'll be 25 when the finals come. But, I think that these 2 guys, especially Shea and Anthony Edwards, this is only the beginning of what they're going to be fighting for. I watched them last summer fight for the bronze medal in the World Cup. It was a tremendous game between the 2 of them. Shea had 31, Ant had 24. They're going to be fighting for first-team All-NBA honors. They're going to be fighting for the division. They're going to be fighting for seeding. They're going to be fighting for playoffs. Potentially, these 2 guys could end up fighting for the MVP award. These are absolutely the two of the young guys in the NBA that just give hope for the future when LeBron moves on, when KD moves on. These are the guys ready to take the mantle. We've been so focused on guys like Luka, who definitely has earned it, but these guys are performing, and they're doing it right now at the top of the standings.
While these young players are terrific, show terrific potential, Perk, I'm going to put a wet blanket on what you said. I'm sticking with some of this old guard. These old guard, LeBron's been to 10 finals. Steph's got 4 titles. LeBron's got 4 titles. KD's got a few titles. So now, look, you've got to, until you get there, you can't be those guys. Those guys are the face of the league still. And I know they're coming towards the end, but I want to see which one takes it first before I anoint them. That's where I stand.
Well, you know what, Scott? I can respect that. And look, let me say this, okay? When it comes down to what LeBron is doing and KD is doing and Steph is doing, I can't deny that. But we see the troubles that the Warriors having right now. We saw how pissed off LeBron James is right now, and it's because of what their teammates are not providing. But when I think about a young guy that's under 25, like a Tyrese Maxey, and what the Philadelphia 76ers are right now, Malika, if you ask me that question, he's ready to take that leap. He could be the next guy under 25, in my opinion, to actually help his team or help lead his team to winning the championship. And the reason I don't say that about Jason Tatum is because Jason Tatum will be 26 in March. Okay, but Tyrese Maxey, paired up along Joel Embiid with how funny and the like right now the Milwaukee Bucks are looking. Hey, we saw the Miami Heat do the impossible. Who representing the Eastern Conference last year.
You remember when I walked in here today? You remember what I told you what our MO is today? We standing on business. We standing on business. I need you to stand on business. We still standing on business. I need you to stand on business. Hey, Adam Silver, you standing on business. The message tonight is the 76ers, and damn it, they got to stand on business. Richie, you're not a part of this, because damn it, I'm standing on business even more. Bam!
Yeah. Standing on business.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Standing on business. I got it from here, Malika. I got it from here.
You go.
Look, when you talk about Dame Dollar and you talk about his rap albums, he stand on business. When you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and you talk about his dad jokes, he stand on business. Damn it, I need them to stand on business tonight, because defensively, business have been standing on them. They play the Miami Heat tonight. If they win tonight, they clinch for a wild card. And also, no Jimmy Butler. So I need them to make me a believer. Their last 2 games against the Wizards and Portland have been close. I need the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis and Dame Dollar, to go down to South Beach and handle business, stand on business on both ends of the floors and get this dub convincingly.
Okay.
All right, Perk, what about Texas business? How about the Houston Rockets? Very simple for them. Win, and you're in, and they got to do it in Dallas. Now, I'm pointing something out. The Rockets are sitting there with the #1 scoring defense in the league. They're talking about phase 2. They got big plans. They think they're going forward with their rebuild. but they have no road wins yet this season, Mr. Perkins. 0-5 on the road. That's got to end tonight, and if they do, they earn their way into the quarterfinals of the in-season tournament. There hasn't been relevance in Houston in years as we've waited for this rebuild. This is their most important game in years. I can say that with a straight face. Stand on business, Rockets.
Janae's about to jump out of her
I'm not
chair.
going to say that with a straight face because, Perk, how did you miss this? We always talk about alley-oops. This is a slam dunk. The Houston Rockets have the biggest opportunity. This is what the in-season tournament is for moments like this, for teams like this, and for guys like this. Alperen Sengun, he can make his name by standing on business, taking down the Mavs, getting their first road win. And as Brian said, Ime Udoka, what he's done to create the best defense in the league, tied with the T-Wolves, by the way, and have that culture of like, hey, we got to show everyone that we're no longer the team you can just look past. The in-season tournament was meant for times like this. And so the Houston Rockets, if they're able to win this game, my goodness, no team is standing on business better than them.
The Houston Rockets need to stand on business. The Milwaukee Bucks need to stand on business. Scott Perry, as you've watched us youngsters go around talking about standing on business, I think you got it at this point. Who needs to stand on business in your mind?
I'm bringing you the energy, Perk. And you know who's going to stand on business
I'm ready
tonight?
for it.
My New York Knicks.
Oh, here we go.
Surprise, surprise.
Staying somewhere.
The Garden is going to be rocking tonight. Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, the crew. Do what you do. Defend, share that basketball tonight. If you win tonight, you're the leading wild card team right now in terms of points. So go ahead and handle your business. Get into this tournament.
No, not just handle business. What does he need to do? Say it one more time for it.
Stand on your business.
Stand on business.
Business.